The World Flying Disc Federation 2024 World Team Disc Golf Championship, hosted by Mundaring Sporting Club Disc Golf, would like to acknowledge the support of event partners World Flying Disc Federation and Australian Disc Golf. Major sponsors: Government of Western Australia Department of Local Government, Sport and Cultural Industries, Lottery West, the Shire of Mundaring, and RAD, Recreation, Activity, Design. Thank you and enjoy the coverage.
Thank you for joining us. We are back yet again at the World Flying Disc Federation's World Team Disc Golf Championships, held in Mundaring in Perth, Western Australia in 2024. We are PRKD Media. I'm Jase and and I've got a little bit of a treat for you. Commentating with me today, no, it's not Matty Faz, but Matty's here. How are you, Matty?
I'm good, mate, and I thought you were hyping me up there, but only to shoot me down.
No, not quite, but we are very humbled to be joined all the way from the United States of America, American team member Leah Tsinajinnie. Welcome, Leah.
Hi, y'all. How's it going?
We're stoked to have you on board. Without any further ado, run us through who's playing in these matchups.
So from Team USA, we have Chris Villa in the singles match against Jakub. And then in the doubles matchup, we have me partnered with Andrew Brown. And then on the Czech side, do y'all know the names better than me?
Have a crack.
We have Krystof Novak and Kristyna Jurcikova.
Yeah, couldn't have done it better myself. It should be an interesting battle. We're going to start ripping straight into hole one. It's the standard hole one. It's a par 4, 210 meters. If you've been following the coverage at all, you'll know this hole off by heart. It's downhill. We've got OB left, OB right, and a river at the end, or a couple of rivers, I think.
A channel, maybe, yeah.
A channel, yeah. So there's plenty of ways for players to get in trouble on this hole, for sure. This was an exciting one for you, Leah. Was this fairly early on in the tournament or fairly well into it?
This was the last matchup that I played in.
All right.
So the very last one.
Okay, and this hole was brought to us by the Parkerville Tavern, as we see Chris look like he spent too much time at the Parkerville Tavern after that throw. Were you able to get down to the Parkerville Tavern at all, Leah, and enjoy some of the social offerings of the event?
Yes. I think that was probably one of the highlights for me, was just the socializing. This hole was...
Tell us about it.
Oh, I was just saying it was fun for me to throw a lefty turnover forehand there instead of a backhand. Kika here is 14. She's a young gun. It was really fun to play with her this round.
14. Wowee.
Mm-hmm.
Was she escorted by her parents then?
She had a lot of
Surely.
teammates around her.
I hope so. I'm terrified traveling at that age, especially to a dangerous country like Australia. Did you find yourself acquainted with any of the local fauna on any occasion?
I really enjoy the dinosaur bird sounds.
Yeah, pterodactyls are native to Australia and still living. Little known fact.
As we see Andrew Brown popping one straight down the middle there, so he lives in a pretty fair place. Now we've got Novak here with some very bright orange shorts on.
Yeah, I don't know too many other attention-seeking Novaks in professional sport. So let's see what he's got. Not happy with that one, Novak. And Jace, did you just want to explain to our viewers, if they hadn't seen the deluge of other videos yet, how the match play format works and what's going on with the scoring here?
Yeah, so match play, you'll see on the top screen there next to Jakub's name is A/S. That relates to the score in his current battle, which is all square because we're only on the first hole. The little tab that pops out next to it is the number of the shot that they're taking, be it singles or doubles. It should be a pretty easy way to keep informed about what's going on because there is a bit happening with two different matchups in this format as we get a shot at Leah's second shot.
Would you describe yourself as forehand dominant, Leah?
I would say in the woods I'm forehand dominant, but specifically for this event, I felt like I was more forehand dominant because I wanted to be like more clean and consistent. And for some reason, my backhand just like wasn't feeling good this week. So I did throw a lot more forehands than I normally would.
Okay. So is the backhand shot something you developed a little later into your disc golf journey?
Yeah, but I'd say like I use it way more now. Just specifically for this event, for some reason, I wasn't comfortable with it. And so I do opt to the forehand a lot in this round.
Okay, good to know. We'll keep an eye on that.
And that is a decent rip from the 14-year-old Jurcikova.
You're telling
Wow,
me. Really clean form too.
She was so quiet during the whole round, but whenever we did get a chance to talk, she is very light and bubbly. I really enjoyed her energy. She was like excited to be playing with a touring pro, and it made me feel very humbled to be playing with such a young rising star.
Yeah, wonderful. That's what disc golf's all about, isn't it?
Yes.
Now, we've been catching up a lot here. I've sort of lost count of the strokes, guys. I'm hoping you guys have been counting.
Fortunately, there's a tab up the top of your screen there, Matty, where...
You know what? I forgot about that tab. Thanks to our fantastic production team for supplying us with that little gem. Oh, that's
yes, good putt, Leah.
Thank
very
you.
nice spinny putt you've got there, Leah. And a good look at the tattoos as well.
Thank you.
A few fun stickers.
I like to collect them on tour.
Oh, did you get one for this trip?
I actually didn't. I almost did, but
Here, I thought we were going to get a Parked Media exclusive about Leah's newest tattoo.
I thought you were going to say a Park Media tattoo, but...
I'm not
I gotta
against
get one
it.
Hey, we're going to hold you to that the next time we're in the same vicinity as we have a look at hole 2 here. It's a snaky old thing, par 4. Only 123 meters, but pretty technical, Leah. I imagine with the lefty, you would have been pretty happy with this tee shot.
Yes, I did enjoy practicing this one. I don't know off the top of my head what the tee order was for our team.
So yeah, just to remind viewers that teams do have to nominate the doubles matches, of course, I refer to, have to nominate who's throwing off what tee before the round. And there can't be any mixing and matching once those decisions are made. So as we see the single players who always throw first, trying to get as far up this fairway as possible. And it looks like you didn't get the nod on this one, Leah.
No.
Yeah, it kicks out to the middle, which is more than acceptable. Yeah, a little bit of overturn there for the Czech teenager.
Nice gap hit there, Leah.
Thank you.
Were you able to find out how long... Sorry, her first name's escaping me.
Kika.
Kika, is it pronounced?
That's her nickname.
Okay, I was going to say, I thought it was Kristyna.
Yeah.
But Kika. Okay, let's roll with that. Were you able to find out how long she'd been playing for? Because her form looks pretty well refined.
Yeah, I agree. I actually don't know, but she seemed like she was very dedicated. Just from the little amount that I've talked to her, it has to have at least been 2 or 3 years.
God, I wish my form looked good after the 3 years I've been playing. She's probably got a little more mobility than us, though, Jace. So
You'd hope so at 14.
yeah. It's Brownie.
Both Andrew Brown and I are former Ultimate Frisbee players.
Oh, I could tell by his forehand flick that might have been the case.
Yep.
Oh,
That was a
Nice.
nice run. That was a very suggestive run.
yeah, didn't lose too much on the way back either, as we see Jakub. Oh, almost channeling some Jakub Semerad there. Very nice. Now Chris to get one up. Just hide it out.
Here we go for another monster.
This would be to push the hole.
All right, heat check for Leah's putting game.
Oh, I think I picked up on her past tense. Not to be on that occasion. Ooh, and the Czechs go one up in the doubles battle. And Jakub stays one up, so yeah, Czechs up in both battles early, in the Americans with a little bit of work to do early as we get to hole 3. Par 3, 92 meters. This one's along the path. We don't want to get in the trees. We don't want to go left or right. We just want to stay nice and straight. Plenty of trouble you can get yourself in, but can get there in one if you throw the right shot.
Yeah, we saw Maori Vilman on one of our earlier videos absolutely park this one. And this looks awesome from Jakub.
I'd be happy with that.
Yep, anything inside the circle here is fantastic.
That's pretty good as well from Chris as well.
Did
Yeah,
that
Chris has some really nice form too. Sorry to cut you off there, Leah.
did that land in the circle too? I couldn't quite see it.
I reckon just on the edge. It didn't push through the low shrubs.
So Andrew getting the nod here once again. Pretty tough lefty line, I guess. Do you find it an advantage to have the lefty and the righty in these doubles pairings, Leah?
Yeah, I do feel like Andrew and I had good lefty righty chemistry. And a couple other
Yeah, I
my
imagine-
teammates that I played with.
Yeah, I imagine it would open up a lot of options hole to hole.
Yeah, nice little up there. Should secure a par.
Not enough height out of Chris there.
Jakub to go 2 up. Boom, and a fist pump. He's pretty happy with that.
Yeah, he should be just extending that lead now. And yeah, Chris might be feeling the pressure early. Hole 4, Leah. What can you tell us about this one, having played it?
This one is one of the classic styles of this course where you shoot out a gap out into the open and then it plays a little bit uphill on the second shot. You got to get back into the second gap and it's probably about maybe 20 to 30 meters into the that second gap on a hill. It's a tricky green.
Yeah, it's definitely a style of Mundaring out of the woods and back into it, isn't it?
Yeah, I like the style for sure.
And we do too after the 11th video of watching it. Become very accustomed to it ourselves, having never played it. We have to get down there and play it, Jace. We can't comment on it.
We do. We haven't got there. Look at that.
Are you serious?
Wow,
12.
so good.
He's lovely to watch.
Textbook.
Hit the gap.
Thank you.
There's nothing wrong with that one either.
Yep, just trying to get it out there
No.
for Andrew.
Pretty confident in his distance here.
Yeah.
Gets to the mouth of that opening there. That should get you guys a look at a 4.
That's a nice shot.
Has Chris Villa played many of the Elite Series events in the States there, Leah?
Yeah, he is a longer time player that's been on tour previously. I know he's sponsored by Westside, so he's been around enough that he's known around the US.
Yeah, awesome. Love Westside discs. The harp, I throw an Underworld for my roller. Good to know. Good to know. And what do you mostly bag? I've got a almost morbid obsession with knowing what people are throwing.
So I just threw an NB right there, but I throw a mixed bag between MVP, Discraft, Innova, and Gateway.
Okay, and are there any sponsors of yours that you'd like to shout out?
Oh, for sure. Here's Kika's putt first. I want to see if she makes it. Oh. I
Don't say this often on the green, but bounces off the tee pad down the backside of that slope.
Here's a little tester. Awesome. Yeah, I'm sponsored by OTB Discs, who just opened up the OTB Europe at Ale in Sweden.
Ah, very cool. Yeah, we're very familiar with OTB.
Yep. So really happy to be a part of that team. And then powwows.com, which is a cultural Native American site. And then Local Line Apparel, Throw Pink, and Drive Bags, and Discology Bags.
Okay, so you got
Right.
a few irons in the fire there, Leah.
Absolutely. Got a few sponsors.
Yeah, people love me. I'm very happy.
As we get to hole 5 and we see Jakub with a 3-hole lead all of a sudden. Speaking of wearing people's gear, Matty, you must remember we live streamed the Nationals last year, which was a couple of weeks after this tournament, I'm pretty sure. And I remember Gina Hill playing day 3 with the name Tsinajinnie on her back. Do you remember that?
I very much do. I was going to bring it up myself.
Yeah, she was wearing the UAs. Yeah, so I'm assuming you must have traded shirts with Gina.
Yeah.
Is that something that you do that you like to do on tournaments?
Yes. Coming from Ultimate Frisbee, I've played in like international events before. I've traveled to like 13 countries internationally for Ultimate, but this was my first
Wow.
international trip for disc golf.
Cool.
And I really like the traditions of Worlds events. So trading jerseys is definitely one of those traditions, and then exchanging spirit gifts in between at the end of a round was something else that we did between countries for people that might not be familiar.
Right on. And can you explain to us what a spirit gift is?
Yes.
That's-
Yeah, it sounds a little proofy maybe, but
I'd say very, but yes, continue.
so the teams, when you're playing in an international event like this, all the teams bring a gift from their own country. So, for example, when I played Team Colombia in the Pan American Team Championships the year before, they brought these sweets from Colombia and gave us these candies. And then Team Canada gave us little Canadian flag pins. So things like that you trade with the people that you compete against.
Awesome sentiment. And speaking of awesome, the disc golf that we're largely ignoring here.
Jakub's on fire.
Jakub is bringing it.
He is.
Chris has got his work cut out for him here. He turns his back on that one.
Yeah, he has to get aggressive now, being 3 down after 4. And Andrew puts that one in. Oh, things going bad to worse for Chris.
Not good.
So what was the American Spirit gift then?
We ourselves had some pins, and then I gave out a Brixton trading card to Kika for this round. It was super cute. She enjoyed it.
Nice work as we get to hole 6. It's par 4, 172 meters out this gap. The gap gets bigger as we get higher, Matty. I remember this one. The tree bent over. It's pretty wide open when you get out here, but don't get used to this for too long because in typical Mundaring style, back in we go into the narrow gaps, and just at the base of a burnt out tree, we decided to plonk a basket in it.
Yeah, I do enjoy the 2 shots this hole demands. This high hyzer for the right hand backhand coming out from the tee, and then having to sort of push a forehand through to try to base the pin.
Yeah, it's the gap most commonly taken. So you mentioned you loved the social side of the tournament, Leah. So I'm going to ask you the tough questions. Which country partied the most and who was the best to hang out with?
Well, definitely Australia partied the most.
That
But
goes without saying.
which I was very happy to see. And then what was the second question?
And who did you enjoy hanging out with the most? You have to pick one. You can't sit on the fence here.
Well, it was, I believe it was Team Singapore's first time at an international event like this. So it was really cool to see a first time team like that. So this is our second shot. The Czech doubles team didn't make it out the gap. So we have an advantage so far on this hole.
Yeah, but it was a nice recovery shot from Kiki to get out with a standstill there.
Yes, it was. Kika.
Kika, my bad. I'll get there.
Ooh, Jakub gets a tree kick. How far is that going to push in? Whoa, we call that a pile of stink.
Yeah, the stink pile just obstructing the end of that flight path.
This is such a hard green to access if you're a little bit
It
off.
certainly is. How does this course rate to others you've played? You obviously played 13 different countries you've been throwing frisbee, so you've obviously seen a lot of courses.
Yeah. I mean,
how does this rate in terms of the others you've played?
the property itself is excellent. To have like 2 courses on one site is always a plus. And I think this is a good example of the shot variety that you need at it. So overall, it's a top tier place to go.
Glowing review there. We like to hear it. Now, Kika finally got it. Definitely in range.
Oh, you can play that shot from under there.
Watch out for spiders, I think.
Yes.
Andrew.
Brownie puts away a big one. Reverse park to that.
Oh, glad we got the second angle there.
Oh,
you're joking.
He's off the tree.
Oh my god.
This rims in.
Amazing.
I love the way you still claimed it.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
You guys might disagree with me here, but doesn't he sort of look and throw like Andrew Fish?
You're
Andrew
not.
Brown?
You're not wrong. I
Yeah. Am I the only one seeing that?
no. It's very similar for sure.
Because I know Fish has the ultimate background as well, and yeah, I noticed it on his backhand before.
Yeah, we both actually went to Georgia Tech together and played Ultimate at the same time at that school.
There you go. Hole 7, Jase.
Par 4, 160 meters out to the gap, landing zone about here because you've got to go, guess what? Back through the trees into this narrow tunnel. Landing zone is absolutely 100% important here. You want to get out and you want to get into a good spot to get down the gap.
Yeah, this shot is like not too long. I would say maybe 280 for feet. I don't know what that is in meters.
Neither do I.
Yeah, it's about 85 meters, I think.
Is it? Oh, and Kika hits her first tree.
And those discs just fly out of her
They
hand.
do.
I'm so impressed.
It's beautiful to watch.
Ooh, a hummer there from Andrew.
It should give a pretty good look for Leah.
Okay, now you guys need to take advantage here, Leah. As we see Chris, who's just desperate to win a hole at this point. He's in the right spot for it.
That looks pretty good. Oh, it's fallen short. His putt's on, but yeah, because Jakub's left himself a little short of the gap here. And that's not going to get it done.
Advantage, Chris.
Here we go.
All right, what are you throwing here, Leah?
This is a crave. So I'm just trying to
Ooh,
flip
I
it up
love
the
me.
right side.
Love me a crave. Can I ask what plastic?
It is a neutron, cosmic neutron.
Oh, yeah, we got a couple of those.
Yeah, I kind of left mine
Great
not too
taste.
much hyzer. So it's in circle 2, I think, in the rough.
It's the opposite. Matty usually burns them over.
It's hard to harness all this power, you know? Oh, you've left Andrew nothing here.
I know. Terrible.
He's done the best he could, though.
On tour, Sarah Hokum sells a lot of craves. That's like her main tour series.
Oh.
What a putt there. Yeah, I've got one of her, I think it's that black neutron crave she had with the glow rim. Yeah, we love Sarah's work here in Australia.
Chris got a good putt in there too.
Yeah, that was.
As we get to hole 8, this is a popular one. Leah brought to us by DSB Accounting Solutions. Tell us about this one.
It's a downhill shot. It plays pretty short. I'd say a putter for most players or mid-range. And there's a lot of OB around the green. So you just want to keep it right near the pin or short of that hazard there.
Yeah, we do see a lot of players err on the side of throwing short here. Chris can't afford that luxury at the moment. He's going to need to be in attack mode.
Yeah, he's picked up the last hole. He'd love another one, wouldn't he?
Oh, that's
Oh,
beautiful.
Yes. And this is that part where the pressure flips. You've got the pressure on you to first, and then all of a sudden you flip it on the other person when you match play.
Well, that's right. It's
Oh, he
just
manages to avoid there, Jakub.
yeah. When you get into Chris's position, it's almost like fear the man who has nothing to lose, right?
Exactly. That needs to get down. Oh,
And that might have ricocheted off a
it
flag.
has.
And the youngster.
And it's only 4 meters.
All right, what are you throwing there, Leah?
This is a. Sorry, it's just a.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was a buzz. Kind of just committing too much on the hyzer on my forehand on the past 2 throws.
There's a drop zone there for Andrew.
Yeah, had to go.
Yeah, so that's kind of an example of the strategy when you have to run it in order.
Yeah. You wouldn't do that in a normal round.
No, you would not.
With the OB behind.
You would not.
Although players on the Pro Tour are getting mighty audacious these days. I remember Nate Parrish coming back from the Tour Down Under and saying one of the big differences between the pros here and at the international level is they just attack, attack, attack.
One small goat brings us hole 9. Which is a par 4, 152 meters. One small goat's the name of the company.
I know, I was wondering what the hell you were talking
It's
about
not
until I
one
saw the
small
graphic.
goat. I'm pretty sure it's because you need to be a mountain goat to get up the fairway. But yeah, it's 152 meters of pure disc golf madness in the woods.
This hole is something.
Does it look as hopeless in real life as it does on camera?
Yes. It's actually worse in person.
Really? Yeah, there's just nothing to aim at.
Nothing. I love the way they've got some twigs out and they've tried to make it's a path.
Yeah.
But hello.
Oh, I tell you what though.
Kika says it's just up here.
Excellent.
That should only be another 60 meters to the pin. Oh, this looks nice. There it is. He's actually on the fairway between the sticks. Now, Chris might be trying to cheat the hole here. Oh, there's no cheat in this hole, though.
Jeez, if that gets through, you just got to
Ooh.
get as far as you can without hitting anything.
Which I think he's done pretty well.
It's hard to tell, but there is a gap right there.
Oh, one of those phantom limbs knocking that one down. Well, you look like you're in a pretty good spot there, Leah.
Yes, I'm happy to be right here in the middle, just trying to get some distance off of it.
Right about a flex on that too. Stiff to hit a tree.
Yeah, it looked pretty clean out of the hand.
Yeah, so far this is kind of like the second hole where we've had a good opportunity to try to get one on them. So we're trying to chip away at their two up lead.
Yeah, Chris having to play for position there. Jakub does currently have the advantage because he could get up and down for 5. And I'm guessing you're pretty happy with par on this hole, hey, Leah?
Yes. I don't really think I saw any looks at 3 during the tournament from teams.
Yeah, wow. Here comes an ulti flick on Andrew's forehand.
This angle definitely shows that. I wasn't really like standing behind him during the tournament.
Hey, Chris Villa. Now he's got a good look at it. He's 3 down, so time to start making some inroads, Chris. Oh, that's the way to do it.
Aggressive shot there. I like it.
It was. Novak now for the Czech Republic. Yeah, a little right out of the hand. Ooh, Leah a little left, so a few putting woes.
Yeah, force field around this basket. You see the prodigal Czech here.
Oh, stares it down too.
Menacing
That
look
was
there.
scary. Never looked like missing. So Jakub to win the hole. Bang, and it goes. 4 up as he waves to the gallery. Andrew Brown to tie up for the doubles pairing.
Hole 10, par 4. 167 meters, definitely not one for distance, but accuracy is paramount. Getting around what's almost a bit of a hairpin here. Leah, what was your approach coming into this one?
I get to throw a lefty backhand off. So I'm excited for that. We're just trying to get through that first wall of trees, because that second downhill approach is pretty short once you do that.
This from Jakub.
Nice one.
Very well directed roller.
Impressive.
You didn't think about going over the top, Leah?
I did it in practice, but no, I really do enjoy seeing that line. I hadn't seen it in person until the second or third day.
All right, let's get at Leah's backhand chops here. Wow.
Oh, yeah, into the gap.
Woo!
Oh, yes.
And
It's a ripping shot.
That was a turn.
an end of a turn.
Yes.
Yeah, cool disc. Did used to bag one myself. And then I learned I can't throw 12 speeds very far. Even ones that are neg 3. Great looking shot from Chris there.
He's a backhand specialist. Definitely works the flippier sides of discs.
Yeah, he looks like it. And Jakub just thwarted at the end of its flight. All right, so Andrew only requiring a standstill here. Needs to get some edge. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Ooh.
She doesn't die wondering, does she?
No. Not being 2 up. That one a little wobbly from Chris. Jakub's got a chance. Oh. Left side.
Keeps him alive.
Yep. Never in doubt. Ties the hole.
Only 2 down. It feels like we're playing worse than that, honestly. So I'm happy to see that we're only 2 down. We kind of had a couple
Yeah, plenty of holes
chances.
left.
Yeah, I feel like we had a couple chances to get one, but this is a good hole to just push. Unless someone's getting the 2, you should get the 3.
Yeah, with that big downhill second shot. We've seen some fireworks on this hole so far this tournament. It's hole 11. It's brought to you by Stones Promotions and Engraving. They make all things trophies in disc golf in WA. As we come down the hill here, basket pretty open, pretty easy to get to.
Yeah, it's one of the funner second shots. It's just a big downhill shot. It looks like you're throwing it further than it is, basically, with how the downhill goes.
We look forward to seeing you guys attack it as Jakub goes a big power forehand and puts himself in a prime position there.
Looks like another lefty backhand hole.
It might be.
I reckon it is.
All right, let's see what Kika can do. She can hit this gap, get it turning. Just effortless.
Yes. It flies so nicely, doesn't it?
Yes.
And is this that turn again?
It is my
Leah?
turn.
Ooh.
Bit low, didn't give it
Yeah.
the chance to turn.
I was so much happier with my drive the previous round. So didn't get past the Mando here. It's going to give him a tricky turnover shot. It's just a placement one so that I can throw down the hill.
Yeah, that's all he could really do there, Brown.
Yeah, so I'm guessing you guys weren't planning on having you throw this shot, Leah.
Yeah, I definitely was trying to get kind of where Kiko was, but more with the lefty fade.
But I guess with your forehand, it's not too bad a result.
Yeah, I'm probably throwing a backhand here. It's better to stay on the open side of the fairway than getting trapped up in the trees.
Okay, good insider knowledge there. Thank you.
Oh, yes, backhand it is.
This is a Hades, so I'm just trying to turn it over and keeping it on the open side of the fairway.
Yeah, nice shot.
Thanks. It's what I should have done the first time, you know?
A good player never makes the same mistake twice. How long have you been playing for, Leah?
This month is actually my 5th year of playing the sport. I
there
started
you
during
go.
the pandemic.
Like a lot of us did.
Yes. I couldn't play Ultimate anymore, and I found out that my friends had been playing disc golf for years without me knowing.
They were cheating on you with another disc sport.
Exactly.
Reprehensible behavior.
Yeah. So that was kind of like he was trying to throw it in. They have a good look for birdie, I think. Oh yeah, this is their 3rd shot, so it's a little obstructed. But we would need that par to push the hole.
Rightio. Chris here doing his 3rd. Needs to get crafty. Ooh,
Ooh, that's all he could do, really.
had some hope.
Jakub to win. This will put him 5 up.
Yeah, and an almost insurmountable lead, and there it is.
Yes. Great putt.
And what's your putting punter here?
A wizard.
Leah?
A whiz. It was already a lost hole. Yeah, this is a wizard. It's in a SS Glow.
I've also putted wizards, but I've pretty much putted everything.
Yes,
So
you have.
it doesn't mean a lot as we get into hole 12 here. Classic Mundaring par 3. You got to watch out for the OB sand scrape on the left, although it doesn't come into play too much on this hole. Pretty straight shooter, yeah, Leah?
Yeah, this is one of the funnest tee shots. you're really just trying to get it on either side of either in between that right side tree or that hazard, and it kind of just filters into the green.
Yeah, we saw someone almost ace this.
Pekka Hyvänen it was.
Pekka Hyvänen, that's right.
Smashed the chains on the full. Bit of turn here for Chris.
Does it hold?
It's just fading out. Pretty common spot to land that one. This looks good too.
Oh,
lovely shot. Reverse parked for Novak. As we see a turn, it just floats on down, doesn't it?
That's be
yeah, stays pretty well straight the whole way.
Oh,
beautiful.
Oh, making our catch cam operator earn his money.
Yeah, he was I remember he was saying he was a little bit newer. So that was cool that y'all got some new folks out there.
He was. It was his first time doing disc golf camera work, so
He picked it up pretty quick, so credit to him. Oh, nice putt there from Chris.
yes, Chris. Yes. He can do it all, Jakub, can't he?
Yeah, unrelenting dominance in this matchup.
Yeah,
Oh, no!
No way.
Where's the justice?
Did not deserve that.
It's unfortunate. I was actually a little bit upset on this hole because of the just getting hit by the camera person. Because it would have been a lot further of a putt for them.
I would probably have to agree with you there.
But it is what it is, you know. We should have made that putt too.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of things that happen, isn't it? We can't always put it down to one particular incident, but hole 13 out of narrow gaps, par 4. It's uphill pretty much all the way. It's 168 meters. It's brought to you by Awareness for Wellness Project.
Yeah.
Which is a not-for-profit organisation doing great work. And I've seen a few different strategies with this one.
Yeah, they took the up the middle line, but there is that wide hyzer route.
Yeah, which seems safer, but still seems a long way for the basket. Probably wipes out getting there on your second shot, that's all.
Now, Chris does need to win this hole if he's to have any chance of winning the match. If he doesn't, a tie is the best he can do after this one. Beautiful shot from the Czechs there. The lefty forehand suits well for this gap.
Yes, and around the corner.
Thanks.
Have you left Andrew a little obstructed there? You have. Hope you apologized.
I did. That's definitely the thing that you're not used to in disc golf is like having to put that extra pressure on yourself to help your teammate out.
Yeah, I suppose it's different in stroke play because you have to deal with your own mistakes, don't you?
Yeah. It's not fun to put it on someone else.
No.
It's like when Jason gets a speeding fine.
Which is regularly.
Suddenly someone else was driving his car. No, we kid, of course. Law-abiding citizen is Jase.
Most of the time.
Most of the time.
Oh, that's heaped the pressure on. That's edge of circle for Jakub.
Would have been very humbling if she pinned that one. That was a decent hoof required.
Yeah.
Still a really nice shot there from Kika.
Very uphill shot. Left that one a little too straight and long.
Yeah, just the uphill sort of gets in your head sometimes, doesn't it?
All right, so Chris must make putt.
Oh.
Comes off that flag.
It's a win from Edge's circle. Oh, that was low all the way.
Great putt.
Big putt.
Covering up that upshot.
As a team, you tied the hole, Leah. That's all we saw.
Kiko with a casual, I don't know. She was like right in the middle of the circle and made it look super casual.
Yeah. She's been doing that a bit, I've noticed. So we get to hole 14 now. We're going back down the hill. This one's got a low ceiling. We're out in the fairway for a little bit. But if ever I've seen a lefty backhand hole, Matty, Leah, this would have to be the one.
Oh, yes. This is the lefty backhand hole of all of the lefty backhand holes here.
So
I think I throw an Orbit Sapphire.
Okay, so a pretty unstable
Yeah,
disc.
it's a little stable for a Sapphire, so I just kind of put it up there and it just goes towards the pin. That was a forehand. I don't know what disc he's been throwing, but I like his forehand.
And Chris just not getting the turnover required there.
yeah, the old downhill coming into play there. Okay, yeah, we got a forehand as well.
Superb.
Love
For heaven's
that.
sake.
Love
Go in.
that.
Oh, wow. I can't wait till this kid another 4 or 5 years.
I know, right?
Tell me about it.
Oh, wow, we.
Look out.
Here we go.
Oh, I threw my turn. Oh, I think it was more of a, yeah, it could have been that it was like a tailwind or something. It got a little windy.
Okay, well, you got a decent push
Yeah, it
down
was
there.
a good rip.
Circle 2, I believe.
He's in for 2. Oh, he's got a
Ooh.
good looking stepper, does Brown, doesn't he?
Yeah. He made some good ones during the tournament.
And this to seal it, and he does in style. From pillar to post, he just had Chris on the ropes, and that was a domination, guys.
Yeah, it certainly was. So Jakub 6 up, 5 to play. Was it in the end?
Yes.
Yeah, correct. And the Czechs getting it all done here on hole 14. And she's got some height on you there, Leah. For a,
I
for a
feel like
teenager. I'm not
everyone
quite
does.
sure.
She is a sweetheart. I really enjoyed playing with her and the other Czechs. They were very supportive throughout the whole weekend, like making sure to uplift Kika, and all the other players around.
So what a great battle that was. But as we saw, Jakub Kudrna going up 6 holes, 5 to play against Chris Villa. Krystof Novak and Kristyna Jurcikova. Look out for that name in years to come in the disc golf circles. 5 holes up, Andrew Brown and our own Leah Tsinajinnie. I can say our own Leah Tsinajinnie, can't I?
Yeah, I believe so.
We've claimed you, Leah.
Absolutely. And we might be out of a job in future, Matty, because Leah might take over the commentary. You never know.
Oh, we had a lot of fun, Leah. You were a natural.
Thank you. I'm so glad y'all reached out. I'm very happy to be here, and I had so much fun at this event.
And we had fun having you. So thank you, everyone out there who joined us for this battle between USA and Czech Republic in the World Flying Disc Federation World Team Disc Golf Championships for 2024. Make sure you catch the next video because we've got the all-important final coming up between Australia and Estonia. So can't wait for that one. But we thank you all for joining us. Make sure you check that out. Until next time, I've been Jason Wiedner.
I've been Matty Faz.
And I'm Leah Tsinajinnie.
And we thank you all for watching. Until next time, park it.
That was awesome, Leah. Thanks.